Welcome back to the Bobcast. We are back with the guys. Today, we have our interruption. We are going to talk about the recent coaching moves as all the jobs look to be hired now. We're going to go over the award reactions as those happen today. And we're going to talk about the Super Bowl, give our predictions, go over X Factors, red flags, and give a score prediction while ending it off with our Bobcast Parlay that we've been doing for the past couple weeks. Anthony, what is your interruption?
McDonald's. Uh, NFL related. We have Puka Nakua possibly going on a date with Sydney Sweetie. I don't know if that's true, but he loves skydiving.
It ain't
I
gonna
love
happen.
dive
I love
skydiving. So
skydiving.
I love skydiving.
I love,
I love my
yo,
phone.
don't we all?
Oh yeah, I don't know about that lure.
Also, Ant's wearing his
Yes, we
shirt
don't.
from Frame by Frame. Go watch Frame by Frame.
Go watch frame
Say
by
that
frame
now.
right
This is the scene
now.
where the director forced
But
him to
like,
punch Ant.
Yes.
yeah, my nipples are hard as fuck. Y'all can't see right now because I chopped it off. No one can see my nipples this time. It's PG-13, but in the movie, it's rated R. So if y'all want to go see some blood, hard nipples,
not
It's technically rated R.
it might
if y'all want to go
Language.
see some blood and hard
It's
nipples,
technically rated R because of
y'all
the
can go look at
language.
it.
The language would be rated R because there's a lot of F bombs but yeah,
Press words.
let's get into our coaching moves. The Steelers hiring former Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham as defensive coordinator. I think he was
Never heard of this guy.
there with the Raiders for a couple years. He interviewed for some head coaching jobs. Mike McCarthy gets his DC, who was pretty serviceable. Obviously, he didn't have a lot to work with in Las Vegas though, so we'll see how good of a DC he could be with, you know, TJ Watt, Patrick Queen out there, Joey Porter Jr. So and then the next one, the Ravens hired former Bears offensive coordinator Declan Doyle as offensive coordinator. This dude is
Quick
the
fun
same.
fact.
He is
Yeah,
the
I was about to
same age as his quarterback.
Lamar Jackson.
They
They are
are both
both
29.
29.
He was a
That's
college
weird.
offensive coordinator at 19 years old.
That's crazy.
You know how
That shows
crazy
how
that
smart
sounds?
he is.
Yes.
But yeah, Declan, I know he was one that he interviewed for for the Eagles job and uh he withdrew from that job, which shows how bad the Eagles are. Um, but yeah, he's young. Jesse Minter taking a swing on a very young offensive coordinator. We'll talk more into the coaching staffs once we get to that episode. But yeah, we'll see what he can do. He learned under Ben Johnson for a year after learning under Sean Payton with the Saints and Broncos. I believe he was a tight end coach for both. And yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
Next one, we have the Cardinals hiring former Rams offensive coordinator Michael LaFleur as their new head coach.
And what are your thoughts?
Like I already told DJ, I think prediction that the Cardinals are gonna be a dark horse team next year, going into next year. How it's kind of ironic how they picked the coach who scored 45 on them this season, but yeah, I think if if the Cardinals choose the right quarterback, especially with those weapons on that team, maybe fix up the O line. I think they'll be a dark horse next year.
He said that this year. We'll get to that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll get to that.
That,
Next
that
one,
was confusing.
this one is not official, but it's basically all the work is there, and even Seahawks GM confirmed that he's going to the Raiders. Raiders are hiring former Seahawks OC Clint Kubiak as head coach. He's gonna get his pick and get Fernando Mendoza. We'll see what he can build there. Obviously, we'll see more and we'll hear more about him and learn more once we get into watching his press conference. But that can't happen until after the Super Bowl. So,
Yep. One thing I would like to say. I wish it was Edger.
I wish it was Edro too, but
That's
I don't
Maybe
think
giving him this third year could save him.
it could save
That's
him.
what I'm saying.
Get us a
Here's his
linebacker, and
term.
Edro could like cook up a defense and actually be gone.
Yeah. pretty much.
But yeah, next one, 49ers hire former Falcons head coach Raheem Morris as their defensive coordinator. I like this
I like
hire
it.
a lot, mainly because he was just fired. He's not getting poached for at least 2 to 3 years. You have stability at your defensive coordinator for once.
Right.
Next one we have the
Had a
Ravens.
really good defense.
He did. The Ravens hiring former Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver as defensive coordinator. I believe, from what I remember, he was with the Ravens as like a position coach slash like or passing game coordinator. Then he went to the Dolphins. He got some looks at head coaching jobs, mainly finalists for the Steelers and Cardinals. And he's obviously not even going to call plays. So yeah. Next one, we have the Titans hiring former 49ers defensive assistant Gus Bradley as defensive coordinator. Again, one of those defensive coordinators that is just going to be there to game plan, to help the scheme, as the head coach is going to call the plays. And then this next hire, I don't like. Giants hire former Chiefs OC Matt Nagy as OC. It looks
Yuck.
like Harbaugh's plans fell apart as soon as Todd Monken took the Browns job. I think he was telling the Giants when they hired him, yeah, Todd Monken's going to be our OC as well. Todd Monken's not the OC, and now they got Matt Nagy. We'll see what he can do. I don't like it, though.
He's a
It,
bald. He's a
it's
bald
going
man.
it's going to bring down my Harbaugh rankings
Mm.
when we talk about the head
Ball
coaches.
rankings.
Next, we have the Falcons hiring former Jets offensive coordinator Tanner Engstrand as their pass game coordinator. It shows something if the OC you just fired got hired 3 days later. That's all I'm gonna say. It shows something that
Yeah,
he's
the
not the
Jets are.
problem.
Yeah, and the Jets are
Aaron
about to do
Glenn.
something stupid next.
Yep, the Jets. They hired former Panthers and Stanford head coach. Well, Panthers head coach Stanford interim, Frank Reich as their offensive coordinator.
Come on, come on.
No, you can say that part. Because
Nah,
you
come
know
on,
what's so
DJ.
funny? I was going to do the exact same thing you did in the script. I was going to put, woo, woo. I was going to put that in there as well. But I did not. I was like, let me hold off. I don't like this
Mm-mm.
hire.
They did it anyways.
I don't like the hire.
I hate it. He
I don't
shouldn't
like
even be
it.
in the league
Yeah,
anymore.
don't
Glenn,
try
Aaron Glenn is gone.
despise.
Aaron Glenn's gone,
Yeah,
bro.
Right, bro.
He's
he's
gone.
so cooked. He's so cooked.
And
Who
then
knows?
this
Who
next
knows?
hire, like this guy just got hired to another team, and now he's on a new team. Cardinals hire former
Mhm.
Dolphins QB coach. I said former Dolphins just because that's who he signed with. Nathaniel Hackett
Mhm.
as their OC. Obviously, he's not calling plays. Michael LaFleur is going to call plays, but I think he mainly hired him as OC because obviously Nathaniel Hackett wasn't the best head coach at all, but he still has head coach experience, and that could help a young head coach in Michael LaFleur. So most people don't like the hire, but I like it just as having that former head coach on your coaching staff just to help you as. And I'm think I'm I always got to connect it to the Panthers somehow. I think that's another reason why Dave Canales did good because we have Jim Caldwell out there just as a coaching advisor, and
Right.
he's just there to help Dave Canales. Obviously, Nathaniel Hackett's role is bigger, and he's gonna do a lot of the game planning, but it's reminding me of that type of hire as well. Next, oh, go ahead.
No, I had nothing to say. Nothing to
Next,
say
we
about
have
Nathaniel
the
Hackett.
Steelers hiring former 15-year NFL vet Demondo Pecco as their D line coach.
Yes, sir.
He
He
must have
was
played years ago.
yeah.
Yeah, he's former
It
D
was a
tack,
while
I think.
ago. D tackle. I know he just coached at Stanford or not Stanford. At Colorado, he was their defensive line coach as well. Uh, but yeah, I always like the former position guy, whether it's a linebacker, wide receiver, going back and coaching that position. So we'll see what Demondo Petco can do, and he's going to answer people.
Yes.
Yes. If
Last one, longtime Eagles O line coach Jeff Stoutland is leaving the organization. He's
wow.
been the one that like basically all their old linemen say like I wouldn't be the lineman I am if he wasn't coaching me. And this one just came out of nowhere that he's just leaving the organization. I was like, wow, stout out is what he put.
Is
Stout out is
fire.
what he posted.
That was
But
good. That
from
was
what I've
good.
seen, it might not be him leaving the organization. It might just be him moving to more of an advisor role for the Eagles.
Mm.
I've seen that recently, but yeah. So those were all the recent coaching moves, whether it was OC, head coach, DC. Stay tuned for our coaching episode, which is going to be after the Super Bowl, some point after the Super Bowl, probably a week or two after, where we're going to go in depth of the coaches. We're all going to like collaborate and build off of each other with how the coach sounds. Can they be a leader? Just stuff like that. As we get closer, we'll describe the episode a little bit more. But now is what?
I watched a little bit of LaFleur's interview by accident.
Of course.
I
Oh,
was
by
Of
I was had
course,
it
accident.
of
on the
course, you got to watch
YouTube,
your guy.
But I was
bro.
like,
Bro
of
was
course,
watching it on
I knew
YouTube.
you were gonna say his as well. I was
I was like,
like,
oh, might as
yeah,
well tune in for a
I've
little bit
started
here.
listening to most of them. I didn't listen to Todd Monks at all. I will say that. Actually, I did because that's when Jaren Jackson Jr. got traded, as we heard in our
Sure.
last video. But yeah,
Yep.
now let's get into our reactions to the awards, which were literally announced today.
Sir.
February 5th.
Yeah,
Because
we're not gonna go in order of how they were announced. We're just gonna go by how they're typically like ranked or how they're placed. MVP, Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford.
Yes, sir.
and thoughts.
Uh, very deserved. Compared to Drake May, he was a good runner up, but whenever it came down to the straw, Matthew Stafford did play better. I'd like to say in the playoffs. So yeah, like throughout
I
time
wouldn't say he played
of
better
this
in the
season.
playoffs, but it's not a playoff award anyway.
It's a regular season
Yeah,
award.
Yeah,
it
because
is.
otherwise, if he did play better in the playoffs, he would, be in the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
he would have. Yeah,
Super Bowl.
I know. I know.
So
Just
yeah,
saying, stat
Matthew
wise.
Stafford was well. I hate looking at stats for awards, but yeah, Matthew
Me
Stafford
too.
was the overall better quarterback this
Obviously,
year.
Drake
Yeah,
May had the overall better team,
Drake
but
May will be a MVP probably very
yeah,
soon, maybe next year. But Matthew
see it
Stafford deserved it this year.
for
The
sure.
way he
Yep.
had the Rams playing, he helped some guys like Kanata Mumfield, their young draft picks, their late round draft picks, helped them get acclimated and stuff. And yeah, just deserved by Matthew Stafford.
Well,
Yeah,
also,
especially
sorry, it's confirmed he's coming back next season. So
He did confirm
less
that
for
at
the
the end of
he
Rams.
his.
did confirm it. Yes, he did.
Yep. So
Well, for me, it's just impressive. I know like older guys like Brady, Manning, even Breeze, like they performed at a high level, but just to see, Matthew Stafford have some adversity at the start of the season with his back injury and not even having a real training camp, and to just put on a season performance, and getting close to the Super Bowl, that's just is one of the better quarterbacks I've seen win an MVP, and yeah, it was just very impressive to see throughout the season.
All right, let's get into our offensive player of the year now. That was won by Seahawks wide receiver Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Hmm.
Um,
Sorry,
you know,
it was just the announcement of his name was funny.
yeah, it was funny. But yeah, Jason deserved it. There was three of the top guys. It could have went to any of them. It wouldn't have made me mad, no matter which one won. All of them helped their team. Basically, a big reason why their team made it to the playoffs. So yeah, JSN really stepped up as that wide receiver one. Many people didn't know how he would step up after they traded DK, and he stepped up perfectly
I mean, y'all could
this
still
year.
see me as good.
Yeah, no, it was just out of nowhere.
I
Yeah,
know.
he stepped up perfectly this year for the Seahawks, and yeah, he they got something there in Jason. They need to get someone else. I know it's not what do they need. I'm just saying it would open up Jason even more if they get someone else there.
Yeah, for sure. Not especially going into the Super Bowl matchup. It's gonna be heavily uh focused on JSN's gravity, I guess, if you
Hmm.
if you would say that. So, uh, but he also had an amazing season as well. Uh, that's all I really have to say
Yeah,
about him. Really, really great wide receiver.
we'll let the secondary Seahawks fan go next.
I'm trying to sneeze, but I can't sneeze. It's just, anyways.
Say watermelon and look at a bright light.
Watermelon.
That wasn't bright enough.
Oh, here's what I could do.
Anyways,
That
What are
do
you gonna
not help
do?
whatsoever.
What
Did you
appear
try and pull up a
light
white
behind
screen
you?
like Blake?
A white
No,
screen?
no, because I
Oh,
could pull up an edge light and it
Oh,
made no difference.
the edge light did nothing. But yeah,
oh.
go ahead and talk about your guy,
But
JSN.
yes. Anyways, Jason. I like the kid. He's very
The
very
kid?
good. He has good hands.
You should say
You
the
know.
kid.
Yes, I just said the kid, Bobby. I can call you a kid too. You want me to call you a kid too?
I mean,
Anyways,
you are older.
yeah, older than everyone in this podcast, by the way, guys. If you guys didn't know, Gramps, nice to meet you. Anyways, JSN, yes, back to JSN. I would say he is the better wide receiver over Puka. Um, stat wise, as you can see, he's damn near near 2,000 yards.
Yeah,
Like
he has
a little bit
1,700,
off.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, with like I think like 15, 15 touchdowns around there. But yeah, he hasn't dropped the ball yet, so Puka has dropped many balls. Oh no, not many. I wouldn't say many, but like look at least three. But yeah, all the JSN lovers, I agree with you now. I see it now. He is the better wide receiver. Um, thanks to Cooper Cup, I believe. I think no Cooper Cup. I don't hot take here. I think without Cooper Cup, JSN wouldn't produce as much as he does.
Hmm. You hear it here, folks. Let's move on to
Yes, we
Defensive
hear
Player of the
here.
Year.
Here live.
Defensive Player of the Year, Browns defensive end, Miles Garrett, completely deserved. I was on Discord with Ant when that award got announced, and we weren't even surprised. We were like, just move on to the next award. Come on now, we know who won it. It was most obviously his award this year. Not again. Stop connecting to my beats. Say
All right.
what you were saying.
I'm just glad he didn't go up against Matthew Stafford because
Yeah, we were saying
poor
like,
Matthew Stafford, bro.
yo, Ike Ekwonu, if we played them this year, it was over. Sorry, Bryce. It was over. Like we would probably
At
win the
least Bryce
game.
could move.
Miles Garrett would have got that sack record if he played the Rams, the Texans.
At
They played
least,
against the Texans this year, right?
at least Bryce,
Yeah.
Bryce could have moved, bro. Bryce could run if he wanted
Bryce
to.
could run, but when
Stafford,
everything falls apart, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's
Congratulations to Miles Garrett.
yeah.
That's
yep,
Congratulations to all these guys that
to
won.
go.
he's one of
You a
the
real one.
goated defensive linemen or
Yeah.
defensive edges. So
You the
uh
real DT.
okay. Let's move on to Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Guys, we got a future Hall of Famer.
We got one.
Tataroa McMillan.
Tetaroa McMillan has won
You know,
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I
It
just want to
had to go to
say
him.
something though. Fuck all the Tyler Shuck lovers. Fuck all y'all. Y'all niggas try to campaign for Tyler Shuck to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
Tetaroa
awards and then
McMillan
it's
has won.
I hope DJ captured whatever I just said. So
I did
or
not.
whatever. I hope you didn't catch whatever I just said because you know.
wait, so it didn't capture me saying fuck all the Tyler
Oh,
Shuck
it caught
lovers?
that, and then the next
Then it
one it
cut out.
just yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, congrats to Tet for
No, it's not Tet.
No,
No.
no
No,
Tet,
no, no, no.
no Tet.
It's,
Steel
it's
Tets.
Tetaroa.
Tetaroa or T Mac only.
T Mac then. T Mac.
Gotta listen to the moms, man. You gotta listen to
You
moms.
gotta listen to his mom, man. We gotta respect his mom. But yeah, it had to be him. I said it a couple of weeks ago. I even said on my story, it's Rookie of the Year, not Rookie of half the year. So it had to go to Tetaroa because even Jackson Dart didn't start the whole year. Travion
Yeah.
Henderson didn't play the whole year.
Mecca
It was
Buka felt
basically
off.
Emeka Egbuka. It was a tight race, and then
Yeah, like the
Emeka
first
just
like few months, and then Mecca just
Emeka just
started
fell off.
dropping
Yeah,
balls and everything. Pause. But anyways,
Once Mike Evans came in, bro, it was raps.
yeah. And that's
It was
when
raps.
Tetaroa took over. It was really that game against us. when Emeka only had like 20 yards but T-Mac had like 80. That's really what set him above Emeka, because
20 yards,
they were
bro.
literally at like right
Dang.
around the same amount. I think Emeka had like 5 over T-Mac going into that game, and then obviously T-Mac
Yeah.
went over and got 1,000 on the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. I know it's a little bit of a like he had to get it at the last game, but he still got it
But there,
over.
he's a big reason why it took to the last game. I'm just gonna say that, but I'm gonna save what my thoughts on that for our season recap.
Yeah.
Let's
Season
get
wrap.
into
Yes, sir.
defensive rookie of the year, Carson Schwarzenegger.
Schlesinger
Yeah.
Russian singer.
disappeared again.
It's not Schwarzenegger, bro. No, Browns linebacker. People, the defensive rookie of the year. Now that one could have gone to any of Nicky Manwari, who was very good, but he kind of showed up later in the year though, so I think that's why he didn't
He
really
did.
get the votes. James Pierce even was pretty good this year.
Jen Walker, I
10
guess.
and a half sacks. So to me, it was between Carson and James Pierce.
Yeah.
And Carson, like people looked at the stats and he only had 67 solo tackles, but like he really did. But like
You said what,
like I
DJ?
said,
I disappeared again. Oh my
like I
goodness.
said, I hate using stats for awards. I hate when people use stats. Carson was a lot better than his stats said. In like his game, he was very smart. His game IQ, his football IQ. I see why, from what I watched from him, why people called him a mini Luke Kuechly, because he had the smarts. Yeah, and also likes Carson. That was his guy going into the second round of the draft that the Rams did
Oh yeah.
not get.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
knew it, man.
What do
You
you-
won. You
Damn.
wanted the defensive rookie of the year,
And
or
knew,
at the
hey,
time.
and knew something about them Rams linebackers.
I
Mm,
know, bro.
and go be a
Look,
linebacker scout or something.
no, bro.
Linebacker coach. I don't know.
Yeesh.
No, don't be a linebacker coach. Just
Oh
go be
my,
a
yeah,
scout.
no, don't coach linebackers, right?
Just go
Or
be a
if
scout.
you want to coach linebackers, go coach some Saints linebackers.
Ew.
Just
Ew.
just any team in the NFC South, and the Saints were the first one I thought of.
Oh, you couldn't even
Titans.
say Carolina. Dang.
No, because he's gonna be the
Wait.
worst coach ever. So that
What?
means go to the
He is
Nah.
gonna
Browns.
purposely screw up our
Nah.
linebacker core because
Nah,
it's us.
go coach
Yeah.
them Ram guys. Omar
Yeah,
Spates.
bro.
No, bro. Omar Spades. Yo, get out of
Bro's
here,
telling
bro.
Sean McVay to cut him. But yeah,
I'm gonna give him the boot.
coach of the year goes to Mike Vrabel.
Best team in the
But
league.
yeah,
How did she pronounce it?
Mike
Verbal?
Vrabel.
no,
Vrabel.
she didn't say Vrabel. She
Vrabel.
said Vrabel.
Yeah, verbal, yeah. And then
Yeah,
it just went
Well, I
quiet. I
wasn't
was
here
like,
for that,
oh,
so
and she said it
Mike
more. She
Vrabel.
kept saying Verbal. She just kept saying
verbal,
Verbal.
verbal,
Vrabel.
Verbal. I was
verbal,
like,
verbal,
why does she
verbal.
keep saying Verbal? It's like, bro. But yeah, he won it. I do like what he said in his speech. Obviously, he knew he won the award earlier in the day, so they have the video pre-recorded because they're getting ready for the Super Bowl, which is in 2 days from
48
yeah.
hours.
And I like what he said in his little speech. He was like, "This award isn't just for me. It goes to this whole coaching staff." He was like, "It's not just me." But even the Patriots won Assistant Coach of the Year in Josh McDaniels, so
Hmm.
they got some recognition on both. Yeah.
None really say
Protector
there. Yeah.
Protector of the Year, Bears guard Joe
Joe,
Tooney.
Joe Tooney.
Nay, so it was robbed. He was
No,
robbed.
no, he wasn't.
What was the
He was
even the
scuffed.
voting there?
I don't
I
even
didn't
know
even care
the
to look at
scale,
the
but
voting there, but
I'm looking at
I
Twitter.
just want to be biased.
we know
Yeah,
30% boost on that pick.
Oh my god, I have to keep.
You got a 30% boost from where?
On Bobby's
I don't know.
pick.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I
because
wish you didn't take my
you
pick
hadn't done the
already.
pick yet, right?
I haven't done it yet. No,
Yeah, so I guess I'll get a 30%. I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
But
you said it.
It's up to
To
you if
people
you
you
want to
get
help a
30.
brother out, but
nah, I'll just put it in myself.
hate her, but yeah, I don't see any voting here. So
But yeah, Joe Tooney won it. Other guys were like Creed Humphrey.
oh, I like the trophy design.
Yeah.
The trophy design goes
I don't
hard.
remember the finalists for this, but I know Panay Sewell was one of them. Joe Tooney.
He was definitely up there. Yeah.
Quinn Miners was up there. I don't know who else, but yeah, Joe Tooney won it. This is one of the harder awards to predict, obviously. And
Yeah.
comeback player of the year goes to Christian McCaffrey, who had Achilles tendonitis in both legs last year. So coming
Ouch.
back from that is nice. And CMC's my
And
guy.
he
I know
basically
we
was like the
traded
healthiest
him.
person on that team too.
Yeah, I know he wanted out of Carolina, and I know we traded him, but CMC's always gonna be my guy, though.
He's always a Panther, bro.
Respect CMC because he's not one of those players that when they leave they just start talking mad crap about us.
Right.
So,
but we'll we
First
like to
ever heard
touch
you say
on the
crap.
Hall of Famers that were inducted today as well.
there were a couple of them. I didn't know what that was at first. I wasn't really listening, and then I seen the post on Twitter. I was like, oh, so that's what that was. That's why I heard Luke Kuechly's name because I just heard it, but I was doing an assignment, I believe. But yeah, Luke Kuechly.
Luke Kuechly, Hall of Famer.
Second youngest Hall of Famer in NFL history, only because he's gonna be 35 when he's technically inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, by August. Yeah.
Yeah.
But along with Luke Kuechly, Larry Fitzgerald, one of the greatest wide
Yeah.
receivers of all time.
More
You gotta
tackles
play
than drops.
more tackles than drops.
That's
Crazy
still
work.
so crazy. Like
Crazy work. Adam Vinatieri, one of the greatest kickers of all time,
Yep.
inducted. Roger Craig. I don't know much about Roger Craig, but he was played in the 80s, but he was inducted as well. And Drew Brees, well deserved. So yeah, those were the Hall of Famers. All right.
All right, yeah. Now let's get into Super Bowl
60
against with the Seahawks facing off against the
Close
New
to it.
England Patriots for this.
Close to a Super Bowl
We're gonna do
6-7.
what we did for our last ones. We're gonna go through our X factors, but we're gonna add one on each side of the ball. Our red flags, give a score prediction. Anthony, who are your Seahawks red flags and why?
Build the notes over here though. You said Seahawks red flags.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, and I mean X factor. I've read red flag on my paper, but I meant X factor.
For both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it's both sides of the ball.
I don't think I think I misunderstood the assignment. But X factor, yes, for the Seahawks.
So yeah, an offensive and a defensive X factor is what it meant. One side.
All should have clarified it more. But, you know.
Big. No.
Anyways,
this is like,
I'll take it.
This is the fattest X
no,
of all
like
time.
this is bad.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't care. Anyways, X factor for the Seahawks. Yes, I guess my reputation cares. $15. I should run my bank account dry.
$15 tax? That's crazy.
Only for him, bro. Only for him.
Only for and what is it for Bobby? What, 5 cents?
Yeah, 5 cents.
Anyways,
I just gave him $5 on Cash App. That should cover it.
That covers your X's, all your future and current.
I just gave you 5 X's. I mean $5.
That don't cover.
If you think about it, 5 cents for each X for me, that's like 5,000 X's in the future that are covered.
Bro, this guy. Oh my.
All right, go ahead.
Anyways, X factor for this.
Wait, I'm gonna guess. Did you do like one on each? Like, did you do like maybe Seahawks have defense and Patriots have offense? Is that how you did yours?
No, I did it how we originally did it. I didn't like.
I specified each side of the ball, bro. That was the one thing
I don't know, bro. Oh my, that was terrible.
You know, guys, comment some X's in chat.
X.
Oh, bro, let me know what the X is. Anyways, Seahawks X factor. I have, Cooper Kupp and Barner, or like anybody else but JSN, because I feel like JSN would be double covered in that Patriots secondary. So I feel like it just all relies on those other weapons to get open for the ball. Oh, but then wait, that would also count as offense. Never mind that. Yeah, I try to cover it up on the spot, but I didn't.
Yep, there he
Um,
goes.
Get it done.
ah, Patriots X Factor. Let's move on to that. Let's say their O line. Um, wait, I put the yo.
Yo,
I
double the
put
X
I put
factor.
the X Factor and the red flag as their offensive line. Yo,
Yeah.
Oh,
I put their biggest
this
positive
episode is
and their biggest negative, bro, as their O
Yo.
line.
holy mackerel. Yes, I just said holy mackerel in Big 2026.
Anyways, the positive side of their O line, I was saying that they should be able to protect Drake May from that horrendous line of a defense from the Seahawks. Um, yes, since I didn't ride, since I'm just going to go to red flags, bro, because I have
No,
no
no, no,
other
no.
X
We'll do
factors.
our red flags together.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
go. My X factor. I'll start with the Seahawks on the offense side of the ball is Cooper Cup. But mine isn't for the same reason as Ants. Mine is because he is that vet. He's been in this situation. And the Seahawks have a lot of young guys on the team. And you see this a lot in all sports where every team needs those vets that's just there, and especially vets that have won a Super Bowl before to help out the most. So, um, that's why I have Cooper Cup as my Seahawks X factor. And on defense, it's just Ernest Jones. He's been their best, one of their best defensive playmakers besides like Eamon Worry. He's a sure tackler. He's very good in recognizing plays. We've seen him get a lot of interceptions just off of being smart, whether it's ripping the ball out of the guy's hands. I think he did that. Um, yeah, he did that in the playoffs. He gets TFLs as well. So I have Ernest Jones as my Seahawks X factor, and for the Patriots, I have Stephon Diggs for the basically the same reason as Cooper Cup. And it's a lot of, even though Stephon hasn't won a ring, um, he doesn't have to have the biggest game, but he's been in these situations where it's win or go home, and he's that vet that's gonna be there where if Patriots go down a little bit and the guys start worrying, he's that guy that's there to calm them down and be like, hey, 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 like calm down. And even Drake May's a leader too, so I could have put Drake May here, but I put Stephon Diggs also because he can help in the receiving game at the same time. And on their defense side of the ball, I have Milton Williams. Harold Landry is questionable for the Seahawks. Seahawks like to run the ball. The Seahawks, their guards are a lot more vulnerable for allowing sacks and pressures than their tackles. We've seen in the Rams game, the Rams defensive tackles did a lot more than their edge rushers did. So they're gonna have to focus on that interior and Christian Barmore and Milton Williams. Um, so yeah, he really just needs to stop the run, get some pressure on Darnold, force some errant throws, and show why he was paid 125 million.
Almost a Panther. Almost a Panther. Well, for my X factors for the Seahawks, I put Jackson Smith and Jigba. In my opinion, I do agree with you guys when it comes to Cooper Cup and being reliable as a veteran. He's also been in that position and won a Super Bowl before. But I feel like Jackson Smith and Jigba, as my light turns off, he's gonna have to show why he was the Offensive Player of the Year and why he had a great season. I know he's fairly young, but some people thrive under pressure when it's the biggest time. Um, they excel. So I feel like Jackson Smith and Jigba was definitely one of those guys that excels when uh, it comes time. So that would be my offensive X factor. And for my defensive X factor, I know he was reportedly injured, but now he's good to go. As Mike McDaniels said, Nicky Manmori, I know he's fairly young, but I feel like he's gonna have to learn fast. He's gonna have to get everything going on that defensive side. I do like the Ernest Jones pick though, as he's very much one of the leaders on that defensive side. But maybe the Patriots could single Eman Mori out with his injury, but I feel like he's still gonna have to make a very big impact for that defense. And for the Patriots, I also went with Stephon Diggs. I spelled his name wrong. I spelled Stefan, whatever. But whatever. That doesn't get eggs. That literally does not get eggs. Like that was my own error,
Yeah.
but that was literally mine own error that I still like. I
Hey,
still
you
pronounce his
said the
drink.
coach's name wrong too.
Did I?
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel? Did I say Mike McDaniel?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Mike McDonald. My bad. But you also said Seahawks were Harold Landry, so I guess we
Yeah.
both even out. Um, but Stephon
Oh,
Diggs,
so
very.
even out with me though.
I ain't
No,
even you.
because you completely
You
just did
just
the wrong thing. So
yeah.
we're
That
not even
was
with you.
that
We
was
not
my
even
bad.
talking
You
about
on
you right
your
now,
own
but
level.
Stephon Diggs very been in the playoffs multiple times. This is the farthest he's gone. His first Super Bowl appearance, but he's had plenty of experience in the playoffs. One of the better wide receivers on the Patriots, and I feel like he's just gonna have to take over most of that game. I know that whole wide receiver core isn't that amazing, but with Stephon Diggs always getting open and playing well, I feel like that offense would be able to get things rolling. And for Christian Gonzalez, that's my next guy for the defensive X factor. He's just gonna have to lock up JSN and kind of force the Seahawks to give the ball to everybody else except for Jackson Smith and Jigba, which Sam Darnold could do, but it's Super Bowl. Game plans are changed, game plans are different, so nobody knows what's gonna happen. So, but I think the main focus is to have Christian Gonzalez on JSN at all times. It doesn't matter on which side of the field it's at, but yeah, I would have to say Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Um,
Red flags,
would
eh?
you like me to
It doesn't have to be
tell
one
you
from each
this?
side of the ball here.
No, it's just overall.
Oh,
Just
so
overall.
now
I'd
it's
rather
overall. Now it's overall.
yes.
Anyways, Seahawks red flag. Would be their play calling or execution. Um, this is Mike McDaniel's first like
Mike
Super Bowl, right?
McDonald.
Bobby's saying it multiple times as it's stuck in my head. Mike McDonald. This is Mike McDonald's first Super Bowl, right? So
Yeah.
like he's a little
First
like under
is it this is the
under
his second
experience.
season, right?
Yeah, this is the second season the Seahawks
That's
coach.
crazy.
Yeah. Plus there's like a lot of guys in the team that hasn't, really experienced the Super Bowl besides, former Ram players and uh, Ernest Jones and Cooper Cup. Um so yeah, I really think it just comes down to a way of play calling and execution, seeing if you know, if really should have wrote this down. If Darnold could fold or not fold, because it's a bigger playing stage, so I think that's the red flag. For the Patriots, I think it's their defense, being able to stop the run play, pass play, just holding Darnold down the field, not letting him move the chains up and up the field, as freely as he wants. Um, but yeah, that's my red flags.
All right, for me, for the Seahawks, my red flag is when they're not getting pressure. I mention this every week. The Seahawks run the most man coverage in the league because they know they can get pressure. But we've seen sometimes against the Rams in that game where they weren't getting pressure, and that's why Stafford was able to hit his wide open wide receivers because they're getting open. He has the time to actually get it to them to move up the pocket, to move his head around, and so that's why I have that. And for the Patriots, it's their linebacker core still, especially because Robert Spillane is questionable this game. He's most likely going to play, but you always got to note when guys are questionable because the injury could spark up and they're out. Attack the middle of the field. AJ Barner should have a big game. Um, just really in the middle of the field is where the Seahawks should be attacking. If you can get to the second level with your running backs, they might have a nice good game. Well, and really only K Walk. I don't know how much run George Halani is going to get for the Seahawks, but yeah, I would say the Seahawks need to attack that linebacker core of the Patriots.
Well, for me, I would have to say the Seahawks is inexperienced. I know McDonald is in his second season, but to even get this team far to the Super Bowl um is it impressive in it itself. But you also have an experienced head coach who's been played in many Super Bowls. He's coaching in a Super Bowl now, so um, I feel like for the it's an experience for the coaches and for some of the players, obviously, and emphasize that there's former Rams that have been to the big game, but just that entire team, you know, they might fold under pressure or they might rise to the occasion. So that would probably be my red flag for the Seahawks. And for the Patriots, protecting Drake May. That offensive line has been just not the greatest throughout this playoffs. Drake May has been getting hit. He's been forced into many turnovers. So um, they just need to protect him at all costs and have Drake May just play a clean brand of football. So that would be my red flag for the Patriots.
All right, and now let's get into our score prediction. Anthony, what is your score prediction for Super Bowl 60?
So I have Seahawks winning in this one. I have them winning 31 and the Patriots scoring only 21.
Oh,
10-point
wow.
game.
10
Oh,
point
okay.
game. All right, and for me, I have the Seahawks 27, Patriots 23.
Okay. Well, this is about to be a clean sweep. I have the Seahawks winning 28-24. Thank God we didn't pick the same numbers.
I'm so glad we didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you like if the Seahawks were to win this year's Super Bowl, what do you think will come after the fact? Like
you
what
know,
type of
the
story
narratives for
bites?
me really wouldn't be about the Seahawks that I know would come out. It's going to be about the teams that let go of Sam Darnold.
Right.
Preferably probably the Vikings because they replaced him with 9.
Mhm.
So I really think the narrative around that. We didn't say it in this video, but but the Vikings did fire their GM. Um, as but we who it's weird because the reports are saying that Kevin O'Connell was the big one that advocated, but then some reports are saying that it was the Vikings GM who advocated for trading up for 9. So yeah, it's I feel like the narrative really, if the Seahawks win, is really coming back on the Vikings, and a big reason why they fired their GM was because they didn't want to re-sign Sam Darnold. Apparently, Kevin O'Connell was a big advocate for it. I don't really see any more like on the other side of the ball. It's really just going to be expectations for the Seahawks are not going to be high. Uh, they're People are always going to expect them to have a top defense in the league. Really, people are going to expect JSN to be that top wide receiver in the league. Kenneth Walker, people are going to expect him to stay with the Seahawks because he's a free agent this year. And yeah, it's really going to be narratives like that I see coming out if the Seahawks win.
Okay, okay. I would agree with that since like I know they've already created some type of narrative with us letting go of Sam Darnold, but that was plenty years ago, and we even said it before. We knew Sam Darnold wasn't a bad quarterback; he was just surrounded by a bad environment at the time. And seeing him come out of that adversity and get this far into the playoffs, into the Super Bowl, is definitely inspiring to see. Obviously, I wish it was with us, and I wish he could have led us to the Super Bowl, but we're on two very different paths right now, and he's about to play in the biggest game of his life. So um, just props to him. He's been through a lot, and yeah. But for the Patriots, like I mean, I already know all the Drake May lovers are gonna cement him as the GOAT, but if the Patriots do happen to win this, like it's definitely one of the better sophomore because typically we do see a lot of sophomore slumps happen, but for Drake May to be as good as he is in his second year after not really playing much in his first year is definitely a step up. So if they do win, it's expectations are going to happen for both teams, obviously. But for Drake May, if they do win, it's probably going to be like sky high for him. But I think he'll be able to handle that.
Yeah. I do see the expectations for the Patriots being like very high if they win, showing that because there's a bunch of talks about how the Patriots got an easy schedule this year, even though they did go up a bunch what go up against a bunch of the top defenses. So this is basically like the final boss for Jake May. So if he does win, it'll be like a big, big trophy. Everyone's gonna start putting him on a pedestal for beating literally the best defense. Um, but yeah, I really hope Drake May wins. Even though I said the Seahawks to win. I just want to see how the narrative will change if Drake May does win, beating the literally the best defense in the league.
Well, one of the no, one of the things that I know will come out if the Patriots win are the kids that think the playoffs are part of the regular season awards. They're gonna be like,
No,
oh, that's why Drake May should have been MVP.
no.
That is one of the things, like Bobby
Yes.
said, all the Drake May lovers. That is one thing that will come out the second the Seahawk or the second the Patriots win. Like that's why Drake May should have been MVP.
And that's why like you shouldn't even listen to scoreboard watchers and people that just watch ESPN because the ESPN is not even the most reliable sports
Nope.
source now. Like it's not even one of the better sports sources. Like so, just to see all that, like I mean, it's always happened. Even with like Tom Brady will have like an amazing season,
Yeah.
but somebody will win MVP over him, and he goes to the Super Bowl and wins the MVP, and everybody says Tom Brady should have won the MVP, but that's just not how the league works or how the system works. But with Drake May, everybody loves Drake May in New England, and I don't fault them for that. That's literally their franchise quarterback, but it's already seemed like we can't get away from this dude. He's always in the media. Everybody loves him, but I have no problem with Drake May. Drake May,
I have no problem
he's
with
he's
him too.
he's worked his butt off to get to where he was. So
But yeah,
yeah,
I just remembered something. The fall off of the Colts really hurt our awards because I know damn near all of
it
us
really
had
did.
Jonathan Taylor as our offensive player of the year.
Yeah,
Mm.
except for me.
You had him as
I had
MVP
I had him as the full like he was on
because he
he
was
was
on
on a
a
tear. He
record
was on
Everything.
he was on a tear. Like he
I
was
was
just
just thinking about
tearing.
that, and I was like, who do we have? Because I know at the beginning of the year, Joe Burrow was my MVP. I feel like if he was
Right.
healthy, he would have won it. But
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
I just started thinking of that. I was like, yeah, who were our awards?
Well, if I could remember, I had Jonathan Taylor as my MVP because he
Hmm.
was just tearing the first half of the season up. I accurately knew that if um, Jonathan Taylor won MVP, that Jackson Smith and Jigba would be the one to
Yeah,
win Offensive Player of the Year. Now, Defensive Player of the Year, I don't
I put
fully
Miles Garrett. I
remember.
know I put
I
Miles
think I put
Garrett.
Miles Garrett as well, so I think everybody knew that was going to happen.
Uh,
Biased aside, like I
and
think we all knew T
yeah,
Mac was going to be up there. Carson
this
Jr.
is
was
us
going to be
talking
up
about
there.
our ones that we did near midseason, not our ones preseason.
No,
I know I had
Preseason, yeah.
Stafford as MVP. I put
right.
Jonathan Taylor at Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Miles Garrett. T Mac, Offensive Rookie. Defensive Rookie,
I think it was Schlesinger.
I might have put. I'm pretty sure I put Swessinger. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was Schlesinger. I still have it. I still have it in my
yeah.
phone. So,
It's in my other Bobcast notebook because I ran out of pages. But
but yeah.
yeah. I just had to bring that
Um,
up because it was just something I
I
forgot.
think obviously we couldn't really predict the protector of the year. And I
Yeah,
think we did
I
coach of
don't
the year.
even. We
Dave
did Coach of the
Canales.
Year.
We did. I think I did Dave Canales for coach of the year because it was like,
I did not do Mike Vrabel. I don't know who I did.
yeah.
I think I
And then
did.
comeback player of the year. I
Mm,
think we all picked
Dan
Christian
I picked
McCaffrey.
Campbell.
So
CMC. I
yeah.
picked CMC later on, yeah, because I was like, it got to be him. But yeah, I
I
just
did
wanted to add that for
Hutchinson. I think. Yeah.
Drake May wins.
But yeah.
I have a question for y'all though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, win or lose, like who do you think is gonna who do you think is gonna remain the top, and who do you think is gonna fall hard?
It's just
Um,
gonna have to depend on free agency and the
I
draft. To
really,
be honest.
I really think no matter what, Seahawks stay up there just because of their defense. Whether Sam Darnold has a mini fall off next year, as long as Sam Darnold doesn't fall off the face of the earth, as long as he's still serviceable, I still have their defense able to keep them in games. And on the Patriots side, yeah, they're young, they're growing, so I see them improving, but you always see inconsistencies with young teams. So I would say if anything, the Patriots have a bit of a dip next year.
See
That's
that?
yeah,
I see that.
that's fair. When it comes to younger teams that excel early, it's highly likely that they will fall. fast. Not fast necessarily, but they'll start falling, and then pieces are gone, and you know things of that nature. So I would agree in that sense for the Patriots. Now for the Seahawks, it just has to rely on if Sam Darnold is going to be able to be good again next year. Obviously, they might have the same weapons on free agency and the draft. That's what it all depends on. But for Seattle, they're in a really good spot. Obviously, the NFC West is pretty competitive, but everything's switching around a little bit. But I could still see both teams being really good next year. I don't think both of those teams will fall off hard, but there's a universe that could happen for sure.
Yeah.
That is crazy though. How Will Campbell and Hutchinson, right? Or the running back? Forgot his name.
Who?
Henderson?
Patriots running back. Yeah,
Henderson?
Henderson. Aren't they both rookies? Like this
Oh
is like
They're
their
yeah.
both
first year,
both
Henderson was that
rookies.
other guy that
and
was
they
up
could
there for rookie of the
and they
year.
could
Henderson was a
possibly get
rookie.
rings, bro, in their rookie year. This is crazy. They
Amen.
just came into the league and
Already won it. Well, they both come from successful backgrounds.
Yeah.
Travion went to Ohio State, and Will Campbell was at LSU, so they were pretty successful over there in college. So just to come in the league and immediately produce. Obviously, Travion Henderson didn't get a lot of PT, but he still did his thing from time to time. So
Yeah. 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 I'm glad Ant said Travion because yes, he was the other finalist for offensive rookie of the year.
yeah,
Travion and Jackson Dart, who I kind of mentioned.
yeah.
But yeah,
Tyler Shook
now
was fourth.
let's get into our Bobcast Parlay, where we're all gonna give one line for this Super Bowl, and we're gonna hope it hits. And I know what pick I'm going with. Do y'all know what pick you are going with?
I very much do. I just hope it's not the same as
Oh
yours.
my, I hope it's not. But Ant, go ahead.
I'm still looking for mine. Should look for
Well,
mine.
I'll go
Excellent.
first. My pick is Kenneth Walker, 21 and a half receiving
Oof.
yards. He's been
Oof.
that he's especially with no Charbonnet, he's really their lead back. You see them run a lot of screens with him or just dump offs, and he's pretty fast and elusive, and he gets those yards, and it's only at 21 and a half, so I'll take that.
Well, for me, I don't know if this should be. I don't know if this will be allowed, but I think it's just a safe pick, and I think it's inevitably going to happen. K Walk getting at least the touchdown
Yeah.
for the Seattle Seahawks. Like DJ said, like he's a very dynamic running back. He could catch out of the backfield, and obviously he's a hard runner. But I don't. I could honestly see him getting two if he
Mm-hmm.
can. Um, but to keep it safe, I'm gonna go with the safe pick. Just get him that one touchdown. It might be at the start of their first possession, so not like the immediate first play of the game for them, but
First play of the game, Kenneth
it
Walker.
like that could happen, but um, it might happen on that first drive of the game that whenever they have if they're able to drive. So I'm going with that one touchdown for K Walk.
Okay.
Um, uh, for me, I have Sam Darnold's rushing yards. I think if Patriots D line is able to lock in and pressure him, especially with DJ saying with the two D tacks always, I mean, their two guards being the weakest spots on their O line. I think Patriots D tacks are gonna be able to get to Darnold, so he would have to scramble out. I have him scrambling for yards, so have him going higher on 6.5 rushing yards.
And
Okay,
I'm gonna put this one in on FanDuel so I could do a same game
right,
parlay, so I don't
right,
have to
and
flex
I was
it.
gonna mention that now. If some people wanted to take
If you guys want
this
to
same
take this,
play on underdog or prize
we'll
picks or
we'll give you guys some. We'll pause real quick. We'll give you guys like 3 to 5 lines that you guys could take if you were taking this on underdog or prize picks where you have to
right,
use another team. So
right.
we'll be right back. And go ahead.
All right, welcome back. We have this is the Patriots side of the ball, where we have I have where Gallus kicking more than 1.5 field goals, so basically 2 field goals. I think the Seahawks defense holds them down to field goals. So yes,
All right, for me, I have Ramondre Stevenson, 78.5 rushing plus receiving yards. I know he didn't have his past 2 games as good as a receiving game. He's been running well. But I was explaining this to the guys. If you look at the Seahawks past matchups, running backs out the backfield have been pretty good. Like last week, Kyron and Corin both had some nice catches out the backfield and just dump offs, play action passes. CMC, the week before that. Um, and not trying to get into the regular season, but running backs have been out the backfield have been pretty good against the Seahawks. So I'm gonna take his rushing plus receiving yards, banking on him getting at least uh, some rushing yards, and then adding because he has that big play ability. We've seen him take a screen pass that looks like it's gonna go for -2. I think he took one like 55 yards this year. So give me Ramondre Stevenson.
For me, I would go with Kayshawn Booty's 3.5 targets over. I just said over, but with the previous couple games, his target line or his targets have gone up with Stephon Diggs, obviously being the main focus. So he should be able to give Drake May some looks, and he also has that big playability. So if you wanted to go with his receiving yards, you could, but I would go with his 3.5 targets on the higher.
Okay. All right.
Tony,
Um,
Tony, Tony.
Close this
Another
out.
play I have sorry to
Oh,
look at was Drake May passing. I think the Seahawks defense shuts down the run game, so I think Drake May is gonna have to rely on that arm, or probably his legs too. Probably like his rushing yards isn't too bad either.
yeah.
I think that Seahawks defensive line is probably gonna have him scrambling. But yeah, y'all can look at those lines. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we will.
We're just suggesting.
All right, and you have the.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
All right, and
It's
you
okay,
have
though.
the outro as I was saying before Bobby
Yes,
was
I have the
leaving the
introduction.
Yeah,
room.
just call it a night, man.
Yeah, it's
All
late, Bobby.
right,
That's why.
so
Remember?
Yeah.
so I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call this episode. Wrap it up. If y'all liked it, if y'all liked what we said, anything about it, if y'all want to follow the parlays, tag our Instagram account, please.
Yep. Our
Um,
Instagram is somewhere around here. I don't know where it's
somewhere
at
around
now,
here.
Down
but
there.
it's down
Oh, I
here
thought
now.
what was
Um,
down
I'll
there
put.
is still down there.
and
I'll make a
obviously
joke
for
on this.
people that know us, you could text us about it as well.
If y'all have more
Yeah,
news to give us,
It's I
but
just
y'all
gotta
y'all
say,
don't have to follow it.
yeah, you
You
don't
don't
have to
have to
follow it.
follow it.
But
But
one thing I have to say, I know the season recap is coming soon, but this season went by super fast. Probably one of
too fast.
the most fun seasons I've ever watched. Probably the one season where I focused on it a lot, so it was a lot of fun of just following every team, every aspect of the game. But I hope the Super Bowl is good for sure.
Yeah, me too. And like we were saying,
oh,
there's our socials right there. I made them bigger next to Bobby. Um,
one final
I'll just
parlay
add
I
that
have
that
in
side.
store. The Gatorade color is going to be orange.
Go put that in
Look,
right now,
Oh,
Anthony.
put it in.
look on those parlays.
Not
No,
not
no,
y'all.
no,
Only Ant,
y'all.
not
Y'all throw
not
your
not
money on,
everybody
not
else. Only
me.
Ant. So I could see
No,
that color turn into blue.
DJ, what do you think? What do you think the color's gonna be?
Okay,
Nah,
yeah,
it's
DJ.
just
Now you're
crazy
that.
because thinking about this, I see it every year. Like the different things you can bet on, like how long the national anthem is gonna be.
Mini in 30 seconds.
You can bet on halftime, like extra
Halftime
performers,
length.
or
Oh,
no, not the length, not the extra performers, like the guests. Like someone bet on Samuel L. Jackson last year.
that's funny.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
so like
That's
things
actually
like
funny.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, you can bet on the Gatorade. Yeah, so it's just crazy how you could just bet on random things
Anything,
for the Super
anything.
Bowl.
But yeah.
But yeah,
All
all right,
right, but yeah.
close this out.
Waiting on that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.